She doesn't have Barbie's looks or wardrobe, and she doesn't have Chatty Cathy's gift of gab. But for 75 years, Raggedy Ann has remained one of a young girl's most cherished friends. Raggedy Ann's story begins in 1880 with the birth of her creator, Johnny Gruelle. In 1882, his family moved to Indianapolis, where the great influences on his life would take root.
His father was R.B. Gruelle, who was one of the Hoosier group painters, along with T.C. Steele, was it Otis Adams, and so on. In Indiana, you had this golden age, what is called the golden age of literature and art. You had a number of painters that were working in the area that are now becoming very well known. Gruelle grew up in this, and not only was he in Indiana when all this is happening, but his father, being a member of the painting group and this literary group, basically knew a number of these people, so there was a lot of exposure to these people.
Raggedy Ann folklore relates that Gruelle found an old rag doll in his attic and gave her to his daughter, Marcella. He would then entertain Marcella with stories of the adventures of Raggedy Ann and her friends. In 1918, Gruelle collected these tales in his first book, Raggedy Ann Stories, and it became an immediate success. Raggedy Andy Stories, tracing the adventures of her brother, followed 2 years later. By 1926, Johnny Gruelle was writing at least one new Raggedy Ann story a year. His untimely death in 1938 couldn't stop the wheels he'd set in motion. Gruelle's son, Worth, and brother Justin continued to illustrate the new Raggedy Ann and Andy stories. In the years that followed, Raggedy Ann spawned a wealth of toys and games, and her books have been translated into countless foreign languages. Legends say Raggedy Ann's heart was originally made of candy. Though there's no substantive proof one way or the other, a recent X-ray of one of the oldest Ann dolls shows that she does indeed have a heart. Quite large, in fact. Guess that explains her success rate at cheering up little girls. But then why is she still so popular with adults?
Raggedy Ann, I think, caught on because of the emotional attachment that people got to her. You have something that was basically good, basically emotional, something that a person, an adult during their who's adult today, during their childhood, could trust in. Even though Johnny Gruelle had left Indiana by the time that he had developed Raggedy Ann, still his upbringing and his philosophies and his spiritual being was all formed while he was in Indiana during this golden age.
We can all learn more about a special Hoosier and his very special friend.